football matchup. Nobody at home today who can stake their claim in this neutral site showdown. There's nothing quite like wrapping up a regular season with a bowl victory. It just leaves a good taste in your mouth going into the offseason. As we'll see a squad from Conference USA, the Missouri State Bears, taking on a team from the Sun Belt, the Arkansas State Red Wolves. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. Kickoff team out there ready to tee it up and get this bowl game underway. He'll bring it out from inside his own 10. So the Arkansas State Red Wolves offense will go on the attack first. And Jesse, this is going to be a fun test. This receiver, if you leave him in man coverage, you might be in for some trouble.
And so when you get him in the one-on-ones, you got to throw his way. He's a really good route runner. He can catch the football. And then when the defense decides to double cover and take him away, that's when you go somewhere else with the football or you run it. The balance in this offense, based on how they play him, I think is big today.
Yeah, and that's what you've got to do as a defense. Sometimes you double team him, sometimes you play zone. Mix it up, give different looks, because he is a guy. He's shown the ability to burn your defense and make big plays.
Got 3 on first down. It's 2nd and 7. Back to throw. It's Rayner. Caught over the middle. It's Cobb. A little more space. Open up that playbook even more as they pick up the first down out to the 30.
Excellent throw by the quarterback. Found the window between the zones and then delivered the ball on time.
It'll be 1st and 10 from the 30. Looking to throw on first down. Pulls it in. It's Rucker. Makes the grab, but not quite enough for the first down, but a good gain on that play.
QB, excellent location on that throw. Out route against man coverage, you cannot miss. If you throw that behind, that might be a pick 6. So nice job by the quarterback with his accuracy.
The Red Wolves can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Caught in the backfield, it's Summers. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
And a great job by the defense seeing it right away, reacting to the screen, going and getting the football, and getting the fast playmaker on the ground.
And the Red Wolves line up, trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. Tries to slither forward on the sneak.
3rd and 1, everyone knows it's coming, but the quarterback sneak is so hard to stop. They just got to get 1 yard. Nice job by the offensive line.
Well, a really good push by his center on that last play, making it easy for his quarterback to just tuck the football, belly it, get low, and drive your legs.
The Red Wolves are marching down the field. Out of the gun, the running back has it. And he runs into a wall, maybe got it back to the line of scrimmage.
Defense is about firing off, hitting the offensive guys and staying in your gaps, everybody knowing where they're supposed to be. You could tell the defense, everyone was right where they're supposed to be, nowhere to run.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Hand off from the shotgun. And a nice solid pickup there before the defense wrestles him to the ground. Here comes the 7th play of this opening drive. They've moved it well, but now facing 3rd down. Looking to pass. It's Rayner. Throws to the tight end. And a missed opportunity on 3rd down as the defense knocks it free, and 4th down is coming up.
It's a nice job by the receiver working past the sticks. Looked like it was going to be a first down by the offense, but how about the physical play knocking that ball loose?
And the Red Wolves send out the punt unit. They'll boot it into the night sky for the first time. Going to make sure he doesn't get a return on this one as the punt bounces out of bounds. The Bears offense will take the field for the first time. And, David, they've got a guy in the backfield that certainly is capable of carrying more than his share of the weight in this offensive attack.
Yeah, he's a piece, but I would argue this, Reese. Like, you need to get the ground game going. For this offense to be successful, they need a physical tone setter, and he can be that, sometimes up, sometimes down. They need that consistently, Jesse.
They need him to show up when it matters the most, and there's going to be times in this game like we've seen throughout his career when the defense wants to take away wide receivers or players on the perimeter. That's when this guy has to show up and shine. He's got vision, he's got cutting ability, he's got speed, but that's got to be on display in this game.
They'll go to work in the air on second down. That's caught. It's Lawrence. Stopped at the 24-yard line after the 10-yard gain.
I like the running back there on the route and the patience he showed, really setting it up. He got to the defender, he was able to put his foot in the ground, get some separation, catch it, and turn upfield for the first.
1st and 10 from their own 24-yard line. The give on the inside. Really nice job to squirt his way up to the 31-yard line.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
And the Bears with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. From the shotgun, the handoff to the back. And he's got enough for the first down. They'll mark it at the 34.
All right, guys, that's not a home run type play, but he did enough there to keep the chains moving.
As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. Clark to fire. With the catch, it's Lawrence. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line? It has been all defense all the time in the early going as we wrap up the first quarter, and the stats certainly reflect that. Let's see if the offenses can find a little rhythm here in the second. After the short completion, let's see if they go back to the air. Second down, they'll go to the air. Quickly out to the tight end. They make the stop, and he'll have enough yardage for a first down.
Well, I know the tight end did some good things after the catch, but got to give the quarterback credit, too, for the location of the throw. Because he put it out in front of his big man, he was able to make the catch and accelerate, creating some distance there between him and the defense.
The Bears have it with a 1st and 10. They'll try the run. And he does a really nice job finding open space and making a good gain before the stop is made.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So them getting that big chunk, getting in 2nd and short, not a good job by this defense.
Going to take a shot on 2nd and short. Grabbed over the middle. It's Johnson. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch. Now on 1st and 10 from the 35. Try to get it to the edge. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
That's a really good stop by the defense, Jesse. They need a few more. You've given up a bunch of yards on this drive and a bunch of plays, but all that matters is keeping them off the scoreboard.
Yeah, it's that bend, don't break mentality you're seeing right now, and this is the point where this defense has just got to lock in.
Bring in the heat. Quarterback can't pull the trigger, and down he goes at the 41.
And these are the plays that defenses talk about, man. These are the ones that get you in those situations where you can win. You've given up some yards on this drive, but it doesn't matter. When you play a great job on 2nd down and force the passing situation, now, man, you get that dime package ready, you get that pass rush package ready, and you're ready to go get the quarterback.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. long, a check down would be the last resort. And the pressure is coming in, and they get him again.
Sometimes you beat your guy and you get sacked so clean, and sometimes, like on this play, the DBs do a great job covering, make the QB hold the football, and then the rush gets home.
And the Bears line up to punt it away. First time we've seen their punt team tonight. Wouldn't call it a shank, but I don't think he'll include it on his greatest hits. Really good job by the coverage team to make the stop, and that's where they'll put it in play. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. Scanning the field, it's Rayner. Just too much juice on that one as he airmails his receiver out of bounds.
We just have not seen this offense look very sharp so far in this game, running or throwing it. In the second half, throwing it specifically, I think they need to find a better rhythm. They've got to find a way to get some completion strung together.
Working well behind the sticks on second down. Quarterback on the keeper. Only a couple there, and now staring at 3rd and 8.
Yeah, and it's a nice job by this defense understanding, listen, that QB is a threat, and they're going to run all kinds of options, and he's going to run the football. They were dialed in and got that sucker to the ground.
Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Snagged in the middle, it's Clay. Nice job to pick up the first down, and they'll spot it at the 42.
You know, it's a nice throw by the QB there. When you're throwing to running backs, you got to make it easy on them. So you want to put it right on their body, make the catch simple, and let them go to work like they did just there, getting that first.
This offense will snap it from the 42 on 1st and 10. Wants to throw on 1st down. Pressure is effective from the defense. They knock him down just behind the midfield stripe at the 48.
And listen, the quarterback drops back, and he's going through his progressions. We see zone, but just couldn't do anything about it. This defensive line, this pressure, getting to the quarterback, getting him on the ground.
The Red Wolves now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Second down, he'll throw it. Zings it complete to the right. That's a really good tackle there, giving up some size and still making the play. So an example of a tight end doing a little unheralded work to set up a much better 3rd down situation.
And I like the QB here, Reese. I like the decision where I understand, let's get this football out, let's get some positive yards, and then get to 3rd down, and we can still have a better situation now because we got rid of the football and took the yards that were there.
The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. And the Red Wolves getting set on 1st and 10. Dropping back, it's Rayner. Swings it out to his running back. They'll immediately call timeout.
You know, you got to be careful as a QB throwing to your running back in man coverage. If there's a linebacker draped all over him, then that ball's not going anywhere. You just saw it right there. Better play by the defense.
Got it in the middle, it's Clay. Several defenders there to get him on the ground.
Well, it wasn't a great start for this quarterback, but on this drive, he seems to be turning the corner. He just looks like he's playing in a different rhythm. He's seeing the field better. It's almost as if the game is starting to slow down for him. And I think on that last completion, it was a good example of it.
He's going to look for a man on 3rd and short. Touchdown, Red Wolves! Made the grab in the end zone for the score.
And the offense breaks the tie, takes the lead, gains some momentum. How big is this, Palmer, now going into the half with the lead, with the momentum?
Well, they break the tie, but they also break their confidence a little bit now. The opponent now has to go into the locker room probably down, and they're wondering, what adjustments do we have to make? What do we have to fix? Because we've got our work cut out for us in this game.
They get set for the point after as we have the first score of the game. And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. They put together a 74-yard touchdown drive, and they close the deal with a 20-yard pass for 6. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he takes this from inside the 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. Waning seconds of the first half. Let's see how they handle it. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. Got to be smart, patient, great vision. Uses all of that to get to the 29. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
All right, guys, thanks. Looks like we've had ourselves a very enjoyable first half so far. And a lot of coaches will say limiting the big plays and maybe hitting on a few yourself is key. But I'm more of a move the chains guy. Give me efficiency every day of the week and twice on Saturday. The offensive unit that subscribes to the less is more philosophy might be the one that leaves here today with a big fat W. It's time to throw it back to our guys in the booth to start up the second half.
The Red Wolves will kick it away first, and we'll start the second half. The returner will field it and try to get some field position. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Okay, guys, the Bears offense comes onto the field. They're trying to put some... He's going to let one fly down the middle. And that ball is hauled in inside the 35.
And that had to be a coverage bust on defense. There is no rhyme or reason why a receiver should be that wide open, that deep down the field. Defense, they better check themselves.
What a dynamic play on that last one. Flips the field, and they've got it 1st and 10 from the 28. Clark wants to throw. Makes the grab. And they get to him and knock him down to prevent a big gain.
And the slant is really a difficult route to defend against if you're a DB in man coverage, especially when you have no help on the inside. So if you're the offense and you continue seeing that coverage, you might as well keep attacking it just like that.
The Bears with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Pulls and fires it complete to the right. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
The offense really struggled in the first half of this game, so it was important coming out of halftime. They were able to generate some momentum and get some rhythm offensively, and right now they look like they have it on this drive. Great news to see the quarterback make that last throw there to pick up the first down. They need him to play great in the second half.
Trying to cap this drive with the pass. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down.
That's what I'm talking about. That is how you close. And when a guy's going to make a catch, you make sure he doesn't make it. Physicality, using your pads, running through him. And guess what? Not only this play does he feel it, next time he tries to go over the middle or feels footsteps, this will pay dividends.
He'll toss it. He'll be forced out of bounds. They'll mark it at the 13.
Another tough run for this offense, and I think a big reason why they're down on the scoreboard right now is they just haven't been able to get this guy going. They've tried to give him the ball a lot. It just hasn't paid off, but you get the feeling, too, if they are going to crawl back in this one, they need him to break one off, and it just takes one play for this guy. Don't be impatient. You got to keep giving him the football.
They'll throw it to the back on the screen. They make the stop about 4 yards short of the first down.
Listen, I know this running back is shifty. I know he's really good in the open field, but that's just asking too much of him at this point. 3rd and long situation. He wasn't going to be able to make that extra guy miss, trying to get that first down.
Passing on the field goal try. Ball at the 10, and here they come to go for it on 4th and short. Drop the football, and they'll turn it over on downs. Desperately wanted to keep the ball, but they did not. On the move, it's Clay. Hammers ahead for a yard out to the 12.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
Looking for a man. It's Rayner. Catch in the middle. It's Rucker. All down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down.
Well, and a nice job working the middle of the field. I think it's so important to keep defenses honest, and you can't just dink and dunk outside. You got to work the middle. Great job finding this wide receiver over the middle of the field.
Now from their own 20-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. Quickly to the tight end. Just what they were looking for to get this drive rolling. They're out to the 35.
And that's why they got to keep running the football, man, because play action is going to be a big part of this game plan. You've got to get this tight end over the middle of the field vertically and give him an opportunity, because you just saw how dangerous he is after the catch.
And the Red Wolves will line it up on 1st and 10. Off play action. He's going to let one fly down the middle. Snags it inside the 20. They'll get him stopped just short of the end zone, but they're in business here with a first down.
All right, defense, I don't know what you're drawing up, but that wasn't it, okay? Wide open wide receivers, miscommunication, whatever it was, got to get that fixed.
They use those back-to-back explosives to set them up 1st and goal. Trying to power it in. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Arkansas State. Can these guys just score from anywhere out there? After that drive, it sure looks that way.
And that's what separates really good offenses from great offenses. When you're backed up in a bad position and you can still fight your way out and they'll get you a touchdown, that's a great drive by the offense.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point makes it 14-0. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And it was closed out by the short yardage touchdown. Now to make sure this kickoff team covers properly to pay off that last scoring drive. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. Gonna run it. It's Lawrence. Defense there to stop him after a gain of 1 to the 22.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
The play action fake. Caught behind the line. It's Lawrence. Nice gain on that play, but leaves it a little short of the first down.
Guys out of the backfield now, it's not just run the ball downhill anymore. You got to be versatile. I got to be able to trust you in the pass game, and I got to be able to throw you the football, and you can do that right there. I know you're going to catch it, and I can depend on you.
That's the end of the quarter, and Arkansas State is on top. And they are starting to pull away as we come to the end of the third quarter. Let's take a look at how we got here. One more period to go, and we'll see just how much fight they've got left in them. With the break, they had a little extra time to dial something up for this third down play. He'll keep it on the sneak.
When you're a defensive lineman, you're trying to get underneath the offensive lineman as fast as possible, dive in there and create like a pile in the backfield where the quarterback can't move his feet. Because you see the quarterback on QB sneaks, grabs the football and tries to just keep his feet moving and just try to get an inch or a yard, whatever it takes. But the defensive linemen have to do a good job of getting in the backfield.
Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. They get enough rush, and it pays off the sack at the 20. The idea was to sell that play fake. Nobody was buying it.
You're right, Reese. That D-line, they looked like they had their ears pinned back, and they were coming after the quarterback. You saw dudes rush upfield. They got to that QB fast.
And the Bears trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Clark to fire. Oh, he's going to try to hit him over the top. He's got it down the right side. And he picks up a huge chunk of yards on that play before he's finally hauled down.
Well, finally this offense is able to show a bit of a pulse. I mean, we haven't seen this all game, but how about that play? Generating an explosive one in the passing game. They're obviously trailing here in the fourth quarter. Maybe that's the play that's going to give them some life and give them a chance to win this game.
Puts it out of the air. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
Well, and here's the problem offensively. Because you're trailing by so much so late in the game, the defense now is going to be playing big zone coverages, and they're going to allow you to throw the ball underneath in the middle of the field, rally to make a tackle, and bleed the clock. It's going to be hard now for this offense to claw their way back in this one.
Going to swing it on second down. Pressure coming. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
Welcome to the frustrating reality of college football. Like, the guy at the quarterback spot, he can just do that. Pull it down, get positive yards, makes the defense have to account for him every single play.
Ball's at the 25. They're in field goal range, but they'd love to convert this third and short. Here's the pressure. Grab near the marker. It's Robinson. That will be enough to move the chains and give them a first down in the red zone at the 14.
Well, trailing like they are right now in the fourth quarter, their execution offensively is just going to have to be at a premium. You can't afford a lot of incompletions at this point. Everybody is going to need to be on the same page moving forward.
They've marched to the red zone, and here they go. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance.
And the quarterback gets hit again. We already know this defense has gotten home to him multiple times in this game. So here you are, you're trailing in the game. Defense knows you're going to throw it. They're pinning their ears back. You can't feel very confident right now if you're the play caller, certainly if you're the quarterback, that you're going to have time to throw.
They'll run it out of the shotgun. Pulled down at the 11-yard line as they inch closer and closer to pay dirt. That will take us to the 2-minute timeout, and not much time left for this offense to put together a miracle. Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. Clark wants to throw. He's got it on the move. He'll be stopped short of the line to gain. Needed about 3 more on that one.
Nice job by the defense staying glued to him, getting him on the ground as soon as he catches the football, knowing he's a threat. I'm not going to let this guy get out of my sights. Nice job by the D.
Down by multiple possessions, they can't come up empty on this drive in the fourth quarter. They'll go for it on fourth down. Fires into the end zone. This is caught for the late touchdown, so let's not put this one to bed just yet.
And listen, still a ways to go, but great job by this offense getting you back in the ball game. Now, we got a one-possession game. We got our score. We did what we're supposed to do. Now, how do we get this stopped? Now, the defense has to come up big and get me the rock back.
The AT unit on the field. And the PAT will draw them 1 point closer. They put it in the end zone with a 12-play scoring drive. And they close the deal with the 7-yarder for the score. So after getting into the end zone in that last drive, they're set to kick it away. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. They'll get things started on this drive from the 24. Starts a drive trying to go up top. Working that left side. Wide open spaces. Past the 20. Touchdown, Red Wolves! He found some open space and turned on the Jets.
And it was so important for the offense to come up with a touchdown there and not kick a field goal. You're trying to put this thing out of reach. And that touchdown puts so much pressure on their opponent now with less than 2 minutes to go.
Ready to try the point after. And the extra point is true, and they have a 2-touchdown lead, up 14 in the 4th. That's the kind of drive everybody loves. OC, quarterback, 1 snap, put it in the end zone. Fielded in the end zone, it's Robinson. Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one. They'll start this drive from the 18-yard line. Clark to fire. Got it in the middle, it's Johnson. Brought down at the 28, but it's a 10-yard gain. The offense gets a quick timeout at this point. Every second is precious. Now on first down from the 28. Looking downfield on first down. Finds his big tight end. Quick timeout called by the offense after the play, trying to preserve every minute possible. They are dialed in on this drive, a couple of chunk plays, and now they'll snap it on first down. To the air on first down. Working that left side now. Stopped at the 46-yard line, but give him 10 yards and the first down.
And I love the awareness by the wide receiver on that play because I'm not sure that route was supposed to be that deep. You got to wonder if the receiver decided maybe to adjust the route a little bit to make sure that he got the first down.
Looking to throw on first down. Makes the grab. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
It's always interesting how people handle late game. Like, you know this game is over. There's not a lot to gain from it, but some people try to throw the ball deep and continue to make plays. They throw it short. The clock's running out, and there's not a lot to talk about that's going to be positive for this offense.
They're dealing with a second and long. Makes the catch. They are on the move down to the 32, and they pick up another first down. The offense uses a timeout, 20 ticks remaining. The Bears will have it first and 10. Wants to go up top on first down. And the ball is loose and live in the backfield.
And those are so frustrating when you're a defense and you swarm to the football and you stick the quarterback and you make him cough it up just to have the other team recover it again and you don't get it. Still a good stick, still a good physical play. Keep hitting that quarterback.